Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Cookie Clicker with Lone Debater 7, and today we're going to be going through and showing how to spend the first 40 or so sugar lumps. I've been away from the game for quite a while, so we've accumulated 43 total sugar lumps. I figured before diving into the next ascendancy guide, we'd kind of show off how to spend these sugar lumps, right? That'll give us some time to generate some additional cookies, to maybe round out some buildings, get some more achievements before we ascend. It'll also allow us to increase our legacy level or our ascendancy, how many points we have to upgrade with, as well as how strong that bonus will be. So I'm going to just let this ride for a little bit. We'll do the second ascendancy in the next episode. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. That way you get, and hit the bell icon as well. That way you get notified when we do the next video. Now I'm rocking the kitten right here for the milk bonus. I think the prism is honestly a bit better on the dragon because it's a flat 2x as opposed to like a percentage. Dragonflight isn't bad, but that's more of like the second aura that you pick type of a thing. Clicking 5% more powerful, secondary aura. Like most of these are secondary auras. I think the prism is the one we want. So we'll do that. Cost us a Cortex Baker to go ahead and make that change, because it does cost you your most expensive building to change your dragon slot. So it is worth kind of knowing what you want and doing that when it's like noteworthy too, you know what I mean? Because it gets more expensive the more buildings you have purchased. Anyhow, this is some of my frozen cookie stats and settings, just so you can take a look. It's running fairly well. I mean, honestly, this is the first time I booted up the game for a while, so I don't know. Everything seems to be going okay. I think I need to mess with the wrinkler settings, if I'm not mistaken. But I have it set to auto, switch to Halloween and Easter on golden cookies, so we can get all of the whatchamacallit, all the cookies that we need to unlock for those seasons. I believe it's 7 and 20, if I'm not mistaken. But we're doing pretty well. Like, we're gonna have a fair amount of heavenly cookies or heavenly chips to spend on upgrades when we ascend next time. I'm just gonna put it in Christmas season, kind of like might as well. We'll click that as well. We got a golden cookie, so awesome. We are making almost 15 sextillion per second right now, and we got 73 septillion in the bank. So if I go through and buy buildings, I can definitely round some out. We're likely saving up for upgrades, is my guess. I don't know what we're saving up for, but the auto buy should be enabled, and that's fine. No worries. We'll just scroll up. Yeah, auto buy is on. So anyway, those are my frozen cookie settings. I'm quite enjoying using this mod. Now, I don't know how to use it on a browser version of this game. Supposedly there's a way, I just don't know enough about it to be able to like show you how to do it. I've linked in videos past the mod makers site on how to do it. If you want to look there, go for it. But yeah, I couldn't figure it out, so sorry on that. Play on the Steam version if you want to utilize this mod. It's quite good, I must say. You can turn stuff on and off fairly easily. There's a lot of different things you can turn on and off, which is kind of nice because you can automate a lot of the game, which allows you to kind of focus on some of the stuff you can't automate. But that's good. Anyhow. So we've kind of taken a look at some things. We've got our info box on. That's kind of showing our golden cookie minimum and such. We found Cupid and got snowman biscuits. That's cool. Uh, that'll give us some extra percentage for free, basically. Um, I don't know why nothing's buying, honestly. Normally the auto buy will purchase something. Anyway, it must be saving for an upgrade that's a little more pricey. And that's cool. No worries. So let's take a look at spending some sugar lumps. So we've already done the banks. We're going to do the Pantheon. We're going to do the Wizard Tower. Um, then I'm going to go up. And I'm going to level up the farms because that's actually pretty strong. I could do the cursors. I am going to do the cursors actually. I'll maybe do the grandmas later. We'll get our cursors to level 3. So that costs 6. We go Cortex Baker by 1 level, so that's 7. We've spent 10. We also got Pantheon and the Wizard Tower and the farm. Cool. Easy peasy. I think we are going to dump some in the farms, though, because that makes sense. Like, we could do stock market, but honestly, I don't really care about the stock market that much. We've already kind of talked about the bank. I think upgrading the level allows you to store more money or something like that, which we're not really using. So that's cool. We will go ahead and switch over to farms because planting the seeds, while it does cost money, they do provide a passive bonus for most of them. And even the starting out ones, 1% cookie per second for each seed that you have planted, is pretty strong. So I think we will upgrade the farms quite a bit. So that's what we're going to spend a bulk of our levels on, just to kind of take a look at what our cookie per second can be like if we have the fields planted. It also will start unlocking some of the higher tier plants, assuming you plant it the right way, which we'll cover all of that in a future episode. No worries, we're not going to do all the gardening, but for my first 40 levels, I'm definitely going to go heavy on the farms, just so I can do the mutations faster. Meaning, like, I only have to wait 1 or 2 times, or 2 full grow cycles, something like that, and then I have the next plant. It makes it easier for me that way if I want to hop on and hop off real quick. So we'll go to 2, 3, a 4, a 5, a 6. We'll go to tier 6. And this is what we get on our plot, which is quite a bit of space. I think even if we're planting just mutation style, we get 15 of the plants that you are trying to mutate off of. So that's pretty good. Oh, wow, we got a clicking frenzy. Heck yeah. We're going to get a ton of cookies right here. That's amazing. That will help us kind of round out some more buildings and all of that good stuff. Anyway, we got present biscuits. That's cool. Yeah. Now, I know the guide's name is How to Spend the First 40 Sugar Lumps. That's what we're doing primarily. I'm just trying to take advantage. We're at almost 89 or 80,000. We're almost at 80,000 legacy levels right now, which is quite good. That's almost 100 times scale of what we have in total. So if we go to like 1,600 or 100, or not 1,600, 160,000, we will 100x our production at that point in time. So right now we're doing about 3 or 4 sextillion cookies a second. If we continue to scale that for another, like 80,000 legacy levels, it'll maybe be around 5 to 10 sextillion cookies. Um, we'll have way more achievements because we'll be able to buy some of the buildings to unlock upgrades and the achievements off of those and all that. But it also will put us in a position where our cookie per second will be a lot higher, right? So that'll be the number you're multiplying off of. Um, so it's pretty good to do this. I mean, granted, we could just ascend right now and be totally fine. We have way more legacy levels than we'd realistically need to do the second ascension, but we're going to do a few of them at the same time, or kind of just show you a large chunk of upgrades at a time. So you can kind of follow along, and when you get the levels at your own pace or your own scaling, you can kind of just be like, oh yeah, this is the order I should go for, or these are the ones I should try to get, and you can kind of take a look at the prices and make the decision for yourself as to when you want to ascend. Um, there's no harm in ascending a lot of times. It doesn't hurt you in any way. So you can totally ascend every, like, let's say you ascended with 1900 legacy levels. Let's say you ascend at like 10 or 20,000 legacy levels. That's totally fine. Um, you can get upgrades at any point along the way, and you might be able to unlock something you didn't have before that'll make the next playthrough faster. It's totally up to you on how you want to play that part of the game. And not to say that I am playing the most effective way, I just know that achievement is what scales the kitten upgrades, and the next time I ascend, I'm going to have a fairly high tier kitten upgrade slotted, so I should be getting quite a bit of bonus off of the achievement count that I get. And I won't be up to get an achievement on any of these buildings for a little bit after I ascend, right? Because I have to get them to the same number, but higher than where they are currently. Um, anyway, hopefully that makes sense to you all. No, Cookie Clicker's pretty simple. Play how you want. It's a fun game because of that. But this is how I play. So if you like how I play, or if you follow along with how I play, let me know if you find something or if it works for you. We're going to take our Cortex Bakers and our Idle Verses up to level 2. And then we've got the Pantheon and the Wizard Towers at level 1. We could upgrade those. Let's actually set the Pantheon real quick. So I think I will do a Holo Bore in the Diamond slot for a 15% cookie per second boost. That seems pretty good. Golden and Wrath Cookie plus 7% duration. That's pretty good, it seems. Effect Cycle plus minus 15. That's not that great. Seasonal boost, but it costs more to switch seasons. That I don't know about that. 7% cheaper buildings. It's not bad. Cuts your heavenly chip stuff. Clicking is more powerful. That can be pretty good. Buildings produce less, but your clicking is more powerful. That could be pretty good. If I get something that scales out building production. Let's see. Building 6% more. Golden and Wrath appears 7. That's not great. I think we'll go for this one in the triangle slot. There we go. Alright. So we've got this one -2, -2, and this one is increasing by 15. So we should be scaling by like 11% right now from where we were, and that's totally fine by me. That was an easy way to do it. It costs 1 sugar lump. So the Pantheon's pretty good. If you're trying to pick one for like your first few, upgrading the Pantheon first is a good call, because the bonuses from that are pretty strong. regardless of what you pick. Or, well, maybe not regardless of what you pick, but if you pick them based off how you play, or what you're looking for, or how I just did them, they should be pretty good for you. So if you missed it because you were looking away, because I do that all the time, just rewind the video back about 30, 40 seconds, maybe a minute-ish, and pause it when I'm going through and slotting the various things and compare it to what you're doing if you want to do that. Or like make note of it and then open up your game later and make those changes if you want to follow along. Anyway, we also have the Wizard Tower, which we could level up. Yeah, we are going to level that up to level 2. We'll take the Pantheon. Well, maybe we'll do the Pantheon later. Can't do another farm. Those are going to be expensive now. I could do the cursors. That's probably not that great. I have 6 left. I could spend another 3 in theory and hit the 40 cap. We'll probably fall a little bit short of 40 is kind of what I'm guessing, because having a few sugar lumps left over is generally helpful when you're going through and playing the game, especially once you get some of the Ascension unlock upgrades that require sugar lumps to kind of activate or deactivate them or whatever. So yeah. The one thing I will mention in this video, and we'll follow it up in the next one, I'll definitely mention it in the Ascension guide that we're making for the next video. When you ascend for this second time, you want to try to end your ascension with a 7 inside of it. So I currently have 1860 in my total level. So that means the 1 digit for this ascension needs to be a 7. Sounds a lot easier to get than it is, because if you look at our legacy level, it takes quite a while. Or like, it doesn't take a while. It goes fairly fast, like it jumps 4 or 5 a time, and it kind of shuffles between a few different numbers on how much it jumps. So timing your ascension right to get a 7 in it, not the easiest to do. If you miss it, totally cool. Whenever you hit it with a 7 in the number, I think I want to try to get 2 7s in our numbers, because that unlocks 2 upgrades, and they're Heavenly Cookie, or not Heavenly Cookie, they're Golden Cookie based, I believe. So they're pretty strong at making you earn a lot faster if you're playing the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to time it so we get 1, if not 2 7s in the number on our legacy level total. So we have 1860 already, plus whatever is in that box there. So we need at least one of the numbers in the final total level to be a 7. So if I click it when the 1s is a 7, I'll get that. If I click it when one of the other numbers plus the numbers in the level equals 7, I'll get it then as well. Anyway, hopefully that made sense. We're kind of just playing through on this golden cookie, get some gains. I think I am going to wait until we get a little bit more legacy level before I push out the next episode. It will come out next. The Ascension Guide for Ascension Level 2 will be the next episode in this series. So if that's what you're wanting to see, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when it's uploaded and made public. Because then you can watch what you actually are looking for on in that particular regard. This episode was more to show you how to spend the first 40 sugar lumps. We spent about, 37? We spent 37 sugar lumps out of our 43. And that feels comfortable for me. Like, I could probably spend those 6 sugar lumps, I definitely could spend those 6 sugar lumps that we have left fairly quickly on random things. At this point, though, I have all the primary stuff that I want, because I have my Idleverse Cortex Bakers upgraded. They are my primary percent cookie per second buildings. I have my cursors upgraded to level 3. They are also one of my primary building earning buildings at this point. I could spend them on the grandmas. I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. We'll deal with that later. I could upgrade the Pantheon, the banks, or the wizard towers to generally scale the mini games inside of them. I could do that, and that would be pretty good. If I scale the farms, I get more tiles unlocked to grow things in, and that is actually pretty good as well, because our farm is already fairly large. So if we upgrade it again to level 7, it'll get like 9 or 10 tiles added, which is quite a bit if each of those tiles is 1 or 2%. Anyway, it does cost quite a bit of money to plant things in the farm, though. So you got to have quite a large amount of money in order to do it, or you have to time it right. Anyhow, once you get them planted, though, it's generally fairly easy to keep them planted, I would say. You also can do it in such a way that new crops will mutate off of what you have planted, and you can kind of then unlock more plants that you can put inside of your farm tiles, and some of them give pretty good bonuses. Like some of them make golden cookies appear more frequently or last longer or something like that. It's one of the two or both per plant. And if you have a farm that is like 50 tiles in size, ours is not that large. Ours is like maybe 20 in size. You can go ahead and fill every single tile with that good bonus that you will utilize, like golden cookie bonus. That's really good. I would utilize that a lot because golden cookie bonuses are how I make the majority of my cookies in this game to be able to afford buildings and upgrades. Anyhow, we'll get there eventually. I do plan on making a video kind of showing off the gardens in general. And then I also will kind of discuss how to unlock the plants, what it takes, how to do it, all that good stuff. So stay tuned to the series if you want to see more information about how the garden works in the game, because it is quite a powerful tool in increasing your cookies per second or giving you other general bonuses to the game. With that being said, our legacy, how long we played, including our ascension, is 42 days. The first ascension took us 2 days. It's been 40 days since the last one. That's why we have so much legacy level. So you can definitely, you don't have to play for 40 days before you ascend. We're running version 2.048 in case you're curious. We've done quite a bit we're on research. We don't have to do the pledge. That's good. We're getting reindeer. We have the final clause. We have our dragon kind of upgraded. Only to the first slot, not 2. Here's some of our achievements that we've gotten. We've only gotten 33% of them. We need to upgrade quite a bit on our cookie per second and total cookies made in order to get some achievements there. We're on blueberry milk as far as milk is concerned. But yeah, almost have 200 achievements. That's not bad, I would say. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the episode and want to see the Ascendancy Guide, be sure to tune in next time. Also, if you're going to tune in next time, be sure to subscribe. That way you get and hit the bell icon. You get notified when new episodes are uploaded. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment if you have any questions, concerns, or enjoyed the episode as well. But guys, until next time, this has been Lone Debater 7, and we will see ya.